Okay, so look, I say we picked up with to sort of help Pearl with the scene setting here. You had a distress call from the Raptor. You went to investigate this problem, and on this, I say, cosmic cruise liner, where we found out that that Harmony's major fan girl crush on where's she gone? Estelle, the solar songstress, may be on board and was with you to give a performance. Something is very odd and going on. Rana, egged on, managed to pull themselves through a really dangerous maneuver and get themselves on board the ship. And we will pick up at this point, not knowing what the threat is, but that something is out of the ordinary here. And I say I want to sort of set the first establishing shot in this scene with Rana. And what does the shadow look like at this point?
Yeah, so it's I get my first full page splash, woo, which is a big, would you call it a porthole? Like, you know, sci-fi door, big round sci-fi door has zipped open, and the shadow has stood there, metal staff casually lying over the shoulder. The shadow wears loose, lightweight clothing. You probably can't see it too clearly in little sketches, but there's this long purple scarf which is intricately wrapped around the face so that you can only see the two bright eyes. And the scarf is, first of all, it actually looks kind of damp. And second of all, where it's wrapped around the face, it actually looks really solid, almost like a helmet. Other than that, the shadow has like a couple of pieces of metallic sort of like, you know, padding, like ankle supports, wrist supports, some upper arms and upper legs, but the rest of it all is just very lightweight, breathable, the kind of clothing that you want if you're intending to do a lot of movement.
Cool. So Rana has already, in that case, disembarked the Space Hawk, ready to go. Harmony was on the deck with Rana. What is Harmony doing at this point?
So let's see. The last time we left, we had heard some voices, right?
No, that was off panel. You didn't hear any voices.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we see Rana sorting through, I guess, whatever station stream this place has, maybe trying to figure out what's happened here, not just running off the ship as some people in the team might want to do.
Excellent.
Yeah, she's I should know because you wanted just to also establish she's kind of pastel pink skin, hair that kind of spirals up, and she's usually wearing some kind of absurd sci-fi one piece. I think this time it's like I think it's like a like skirt that actually, like, it has a skirt that actually just kind of like spirals around like the rings of a planet that just kind of levitate.
Excellent. Thank you. And Danger Beam, I think we established that you and Doomatron were in whatever counts as a meditative state for your people, so your different people, as everything unfurled last time. But whatever state you were in, there's no way you would have not have realized this ship has just gone through a very dangerous maneuver and made a very bumpy landing. So when we first see Danger Beam in their quarters, what do they look like and what's going through their mind?
Let's think. I mean, my immediate response would be that a mind of their own would kick in. When I took that move, I kind of thought that like it probably kicked in whether I wanted it to or not.
Sure.
But I'm trying to think of like what power would evolve in that kind of situation. So I realized that things have gone wrong, but do I know, like, can I sense how more about it than just that, like, it's sort of messed up at that moment, or?
I think it was almost not quite a crash landing. It was a bumpy landing, but you would have probably been pinned against the bulkheads of the ship as the ship fundamentally pulled a sick escape move and managed to land in this what would effectively be the service entry to the service and support vessels on the ship, which means that you've tried to get into the ship unseen.
Okay. Well, I might not actually have to do anything. I just realized I could just go into my elemental form and probably not be pinned by anything. So I think I would do that, probably. I would just sort of turn into light and slip out from underneath whatever's trying to pin me. Am I with Doomtron?
No, I think you're already
pinned?
separate.
Okay.
Quarters. Haven't seen. Ours should be with us about 8 o'clock, so we won't act for that carriage at the moment. But it is literally to say, as the ship with a high landing, you've been sent sprawling. It's not. You're not in direct peril. It's just probably disconcerting to suddenly awaken as the ship is not quite doing a crash landing, but was fundamentally, say, doing a loop-to-loop as it zoomed in. It's hot. It's smoking outside. Alarm bells are ringing. Lights are flashing. It's a bit of a rude awakening.
I once woke up on a bus in England in midair because I had fallen asleep on the back bench, and it took a sudden stop, and I literally flew off the bench, and I woke up like 2 seconds before crashing in the aisle. It was delightful. So I'm imagining that, but on a bigger scale.
It is much like that, but there's more chrome.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what I would do is go look for my teammates, actually, because being a being of pure light, I'm probably not that thrown by all of the lights and weirdness, but I would like to know what's going on and possibly protect them. Do I know where they are?
I'm sort of assuming, unless you don't want it to be, the team has comlinks and you can ask that question of them.
Okay. So, where is Rana, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, danger beam to Rana and Harmony. Status?
Oh, good, you're not dead. I mean, not that was going to be not that was an outcome.
Yeah, the whole being of pure light thing makes it easier.
Right.
I'm really glad you're not dead too. Is that what we say to our team?
Yeah, and I don't broadcast this to Rana, but yeah, it was touch and go there for a second. Because as we established earlier, I kind of told Rana some white lies that this was actually an okay like thing for them to do.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I mean, the shadow has eyes on our landing point. It's all clear.
That's
is
very
that
heroic
voice okay?
sounding.
Is that the voice? I don't know.
Yes. Danger beam here is back up. Tell me the rendezvous point.
Oh my god, your hero voice is amazing.
Thanks. I've been working on it.
What about you, Harmony? How's your hero voice?
This is it.
Not bad.
Been coughing. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Kind of had one already.
Excellent. So, Rana, you were standing in the hatchway ahead of everyone else. Is there anything you would like to do?
Look cool. Unless people come by, then not be there.
You should still tell me the rendezvous point, though. I'm
I'm
just standing around being light in my cabin. It's weird.
Yeah, just to establish, like, obviously in that splash page, like, Rana was doing a cool pose because it's the establishing shot. But then as you realize, as the panels go back to Rana is now trying a series of different poses and maybe, like, pulls out a little camera to, like, try and selfie while waiting for you guys just to check the pose out.
So,
I like it.
So Rana is fundamentally doing junior hero poses. So we'll come back to Harmony, who was in front of the one of the control consoles on board the ship. What are you trying to do, Harmony?
I mean, I haven't flown this ship particularly, but I know my way around a comm system. I need to I need something to sing over,
Yeah.
But no, I guess I'm kind of, as I said, I'm trying to like go check the station's comms. I guess I'm just kind of interested in figuring out what exactly is, or it's not a station, it's a cruise liner, right? Figure out what's going on. I guess it sounds like I'm trying to make a
sounds like to me like you're trying to assess the situation.
Yeah.
Let me reshare the dice roller, which is in our game safety and support tools. And while we go there, it would be useful if people just reminded themselves of our lines and veils.
Will do. I also find it funny that I asked both of you where I should go to meet up with you, and just neither of you answered at all.
I think they're fundamentally, Rana's just outside the ship, and I think that Harmony's still on board the ship. But
I'm just here in
the ships are big.
I'm just here in the pilot bay.
Very good strategic thinking. Straight to the source. Was that good, Rana?
Oh God, she's infecting people.
Okay.
Seem to have cross room. Something's going on here.
I see, and you could like take that one song about Secret Agent Man and make it about like Super Danger Beam, and then you could sing it and like summon me like the bat signal.
In the meantime, would Harmony like to roll some dice?
Yeah, I did. Oh, go, Pet.
No, go for it. The room is misbehaving.
I got a 7.
You have a 7. It's just not showing up for me for some reason. Don't
worry. I was going to say, did I pull up the wrong thing? I'm not getting...
Okay, everything disappeared. But it was a 7.
Cool. I trust you. Does someone else want to roll some dice a second? Because there apparently was a fix on roll for your party last week. And if this is an older room, we may have problems. I might need a new room. So could someone else just put their label in and roll 2 dice?
Yeah.
If it
I mean, give it a shot.
I've got a label and 2 dice in the room just now, and they're working fine. But I
can't see anybody's.
No, that's the problem apparently that there was there. So look, let me just launch another room in another browser.
Oh, I can see Harmony now.
Oh.
Or at least Harmony's label.
I think it's something to do with the way that it was sort of storing information. So we'll. No, I don't want that. I just want a different room.
And Harmony's dice, which I assume are the pink ones. So there's 2 of us in there.
Oh, got Rana, got Harmony. Can't see.
I will try just reloading it and doing it again. It's still the wildly popular marmot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have silver dice. Not that light is silver, so that doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. Oh, there they are. Well, I see mine, but I don't see anybody else's.
I see yours.
I can now see everybody, so just try to refresh. But
oh,
yeah,
they're just like wildly off screen. But I don't want to touch them.
as long as you can see your own dice, that's all I really need to worry about.
I don't know why everyone else's are like 20 inches to the left or whatever. But
now we've solved our tech problems. Let's figure out what the assessor situation does. So you said that was a 7 all in all. Harmony. So what question would you like to ask?
Yeah, what here is the biggest threat?
The last thing that you can sort of prompt out of the comms signals was sort of on this onboard security, which is now shut down. The onboard security system shut down. Is a vessel arrives, and it was broadcasting a distress signals. It was brought on board. And at which point, when the crew on board the ship went to investigate, and the hatch came down, out floated a strange-looking alien with a glowing cyclopic white eye. I'm putting an image there into the chat, and they were shadowed not by one but many sort of whispering black and white figures, which seem to be sort of quite translucent and ghostily behind them. And the voice says, I have come to hear your confessions. And after that, you can hear some screaming and shooting, and then the security systems go off. So the answer is to what's the most, who do you think is the biggest threat here? It's them. They've come here, and they shouldn't be here.
Okay, a confession guy, then shooting and screaming. Not good, not good. That's just, I'm just saying that over comms.
Where? Do you know where? We need to rescue them.
Do I have any sense of that, or?
No, I'm afraid not. Not
Okay.
with the one success. You know who you're facing, but you're not really sure where they are on the vessel. You know there are at least half a dozen, if not a dozen, I think, people who boarded the ship.
No, go ahead.
Have you communicated this to the rest of us via the phone?
I did.
Okay, sorry. Sometimes I can't tell if we've actually done things in character or not, and I get confused.
No, I mentioned it. Yeah.
Can I? This is a stretch, but I feel like it's not such a big stretch that I'm not willing to propose it and hope for the best. Can I use a mind of their own? Because I don't think I would be able to. No, I changed my mind. Darn it. It was a good idea, but they're shadows and I'm light, right? So, like, I was thinking, could I, like, reverse polarize myself, essentially, and become a being of shadow as well, and then, like, seek them out? But then I was like, maybe I should stay light. Actually, maybe I'm saying this also over the comms in a really confused voice. So we'll make it part of the narrative. Like, if I were shadows, I could blend in with them and, like, sneak up. But maybe if I'm light, I could banish the shadows by being light. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this should be in my wheelhouse, but I don't know which direction.
There's only one way to figure it out, and that's to try.
Okay.
Super buddies.
I think I heard that in a human movie once, but I don't. Try what though? It doesn't really specify.
Just
right?
try.
Like don't, or wasn't it try? Don't try, do. There is no try, only do.
You're absolutely right, and we need to do now. Otherwise, people are in danger.
Yeah. So am I light or shadow? Team vote.
How about you stay light for now, and we try to move forward as a group.
I vote light.
Okay, but I still don't know where everyone is.
I am edging away from the ship because I have the overwhelming urge to run headlong into danger.
Rana, we're moving forward as a group. I just say this over comms.
Move faster.
Rendezvous point, guys.
Evil doesn't sit still. Move faster.
You see this moment where Rana turns round to react to Harmony, and then the blast doors go, and Rana is cut away on the other side, and you have been separated.
A disaster.
Yep. The doors are closed. You guys got to figure a way around. I'll get my eyes on the bad guys, though, and keep you aware of what's going on.
Is there any cracks or anything else? Can I like go through his light?
If you wanted to try and get through as light to get the doors open, you're going to have to unleash your powers. But just before we do that, we sort of hear behind you whispering and almost like a static electricity charge shadow as the lights start flickering, and you see ghostly figures in the distance looking at you. There are 4 of them. There are these black and white figures. It's almost as if they're made out of shifting words and lines of thoughts which give them form. But they look at you, and as you look back to the door and look again, they're slightly closer, and they are whispering and pointing towards you.
Rana looks at them, and as Rana looks at them, Rana squints and maybe rubs their head a little bit, because I don't think looking at them is an incredibly comfortable activity.
Oh, they're on Rana's side of the door. Oh, sorry. Okay.
As you squint, they are closer again, and then one of them looks at you, extends their hands, and says, "I know what you did," and lunges for you.
I would like to try and what's the one thingy with my powers?
What are you trying to do? Unleash your powers?
I know I'm trying to unleash my powers.
To do what? What are you thinking of? Yeah. Well, let's roll and find out then, shall we?
Yeah.
So when you roll to unleash your powers, you're rolling with Freak,
which is 0. So let's just re-roll these 2 dice. I get a total of 7. So that is enough for the effect to occur, but it is going to be unstable or temporary. And effectively, Rana is going to flinch, and then as the lights flick, I'm going to try and do this huge, big jump down the corridor away from them and hide.
Okay.
You should hide in a heroic pose, though.
I'm just literally trying to do a vanish.
Bang. Cool. You manage that. You leap into action and away. And do you say anything over the comms?
Yeah, I think it's probably something lines of. Ah!
You travel with Rana long enough that's the hero voice. When something scary's out there. What would you like to do, Danger Beam?
I'm gonna adopt the hero voice and be like, Rana, what's going on? I assume we can't see since the door slammed shut.
The door's
between us.
shut between you. You have been separated.
Like,
Any
I still
response,
try to do
Rana?
the unleash
Sorry?
the
Oh, you want to unleash your powers? Yeah, yeah.
but I would wait to hear from Rana first if he does have something to say,
Yeah, I think Rana's
or
too
shoot.
caught in the moment now.
Where you
The
are
top.
hiding, you're sort of, I think, hidden in a service hatchway. I've squeezed yourself in quickly, and then you see these figures, two of these figures. They literally are walking through walls, leaving the metals and wall behind them sort of resonate with that sort of words and lines. But they step through and they're looking around and. Yeah, and they're trying to get through. Just give me 2 moments. I think Erez is trying to get in and having difficulty.
Back home and trying to get in.
I'm going to just resend the URL to him. I can't. I just saw an email come in, but I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Let's come in. Let's try and get Erez into the room. I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's his Windows machine dying. Nothing to do with. Okay.
If
Hopefully he'll have to restart his machine. But let's deal with your yeah. You can see these figures are coming through, and the instability is they're getting closer and closer. They are searching for you.
Oh, that's bad.
One of them says, you know, we know everything. We know whose love you seek. We know whose loyalty you crave. We know the friend that you left behind. Let's see how Danger Beam succeeds or not with trying to make their way through the blast door in their elemental form.
okay, so I'm going to roll to unleash. Is that freak?
It is.
Okay. And my freak is 2. Okay. Sorry, wrong click. 1, 2. Why is silver just gray? That doesn't feel very exciting. That's the same they were before, a 3 and a 1. Rude. Did they change?
You could
Uh,
just
It
try
says
giving them a
last roll
second
total
roll.
is 1.
yeah, give them one
Yeah.
more to see if
Okay.
it's stuck. Is unusual that it should give you not uncommon but unusual.
Oh, that is different. Okay, so now it's a 9.
Cool. So on a 9 with unleash your powers. Sorry, I just lost my PDFs.
I was so proud of
yeah.
myself in prepping. I like printed things out and like had a whole folder, and then I didn't have my alarm, and now the folder isn't here. So bear with me with the tabs. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I think about 8 o'clock. Let me just send that. I think Shivi said he's going to do some work things, so we will. We'll take a little
If I get them.
break.
Okay.
Right. Anyway. Right. So it's unstable or temporary. I think to push through the bulkhead is such an effort. As you push through, because this is sort of the sheet, very heavily shielded doors. You push through, it goes with such a bright spark that it illuminates the shadows. And though they were 4, all of a sudden that light, they sort of hold their hands up to hold for the light. And once the spark is finished, there are no longer 4 of them. There are now 8 of them.
Oh,
Some of them are coming towards you.
Okay.
Um,
Can I describe the comic panel at least that
Yeah.
I envisioned for this? So you see Rana and the 4 original shadow people, and then you see like a panel of just the bulkhead, and then you see, or not the bulkhead, sorry, what were the doors called?
bulkheads.
doors.
Yeah. Blast doors.
Blast doors. That's the one. You see a panel with like 2 little beams of light, and then you see another panel, and there are like beams of light in all where the cracks like underneath the doors on top, between where it doesn't look like there's really room, but light can get through like lots of tiny things.
Mhm.
So it's clear that something is coming from this panel. And it could have been like a fire, I mean, they don't know, but just like beams of light, and then suddenly those beams of light coalesce on the other side, and I'm standing there in my light form. And there are 8 of them, I guess, now. But I just wanted it to be dramatic.
Bang. You look incredibly pleased with yourself, but then you sort of realize that there are 8 of them and you're surrounded. Harmony, you hear the comms crackling inside the Shadow Hawk going, and you can hear a voice. What is Harmony's reaction when she hears Estelle, the Solar Songstress, speaking to her across the microphone?
Okay. Calm down, Harmony. Calm down. Play it cool. Hi, Estelle.
It says,
Hello?
it said, wait. She says, how do you know who I am?
Oh, I ID. It has it right here.
Yeah. That's really cool. That's really helpful. Who are you? We heard the comm chatter. Me and my entourage and some of the other people, I've got them safe. But there's really strange looking figures. They're like made out of words, all black and white and ethereal. What's going on? I saw the Space Hawk out through the window of the ship.
I have to go get the door. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no problem. So, are you with the Rocket Rangers?
Yes, we are. And I want to... We have everything under control. And, I'm trying to pierce
More
the
white
mask, but I'm
lies.
once again just using white lies.
Yeah, okay.
I need to get some of this influence. And then this goes horribly. Let's see. Hey, no, it's a 9.
So for 9 on PS the Mask, you get to ask one question of Estelle, the Solar Songstress.
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't mean pierce the mask. I meant support someone.
Oh, okay.
But I always...
So just describe that to me then. What are you saying to her?
Look, it's important. Like I'm just basically playing up to being this part of the Rockets. And look, we'll have everything under control. I just need you to tell me what you saw, what happened, and we'll make certain to keep you safe.
Oh, thank goodness. We're desperate. We're on deck 334. I'm in the Queen's suite. Please hurry. We're terrified. And then you hear this sort of whispering and crackling and a cry of, "They're coming through the walls!" And then
was that opening up?
Yes, that was opening up.
Cool.
Her trust is
So-
in you.
So I get to take 1 respect with her. Well, now I know where to go. I relay that information over the comms, but I'm off.
Excellent. Jimmy, are you stopping at 8 or are you stopping when you give us a prod?
No,
What's your
I'm
need?
waiting. I'm on call, so I'm waiting for
Waiting for the call.
them to confirm they've gone live and stuff.
Okay,
So
so
it'll be whenever they get in touch, if they get in touch.
we'll play on then, which is at that point you hear this. As I say, they're getting closer and closer to you. You've just seen, well, they were, but now they're distracted, and now they're swarming back in at speed. Limbs extending out as the lights flicker towards towards Danger Beam.
I think Rana is going to watch it in mild terror just now from the service closet, and not act yet, because Rana is not cut out to be in a Grant Morrison comic. It's too existential and too scary.
Okay. Look, we've lost Pearl for a few minutes, and Erez should be with us once he's restarted his machine. Why don't we take 5 minutes there, and then we can all come back together where we're all back. So Pearl's just back, but Pearl, we're going to take just 5 minutes to make sure Erez can join us, and then we'll sort of reconvene at about 5 past the hour. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm going to restart recording. And as I restart recording, what we are going to see is Rice has now joined us, and we're going to see Doomatron for the first time. So would you like to describe the panel where we first see Doomatron awaking and coming out of their cabin on the ship?
So it seems quiet. The picture is very it's in very ground-based rock, like colors, browns and stuff like that. When the door just opens and you see him like totally like running out, like you just see him just as a blur, basically. Like you see him in a blur and he's already like on the way out. That's the first picture.
And based on what happened last session, I imagine that his room is just dented, just incredibly dented, considering it is basically just a rock flying around a house.
Maybe.
Rana managed to land the ship, but it was a full-on stunt maneuver that Han Solo would have been proud of. But I think this is an awesome opportunity because we've got a sealed bulkhead and your teammates in panic beyond. But I wonder if you'd like to do something around this closed bulkhead, looking at Doomatron's playbook moves.
Of course, it looks like I have the perfect one too. It seems
Yeah.
like I have an insurmountable barrier. Well, no, I do not. Physics? What physics? I just crush through it, basically.
Wow, let's roll.
Like a comet.
Let's roll. Unleash your powers with danger instead of freak. And see how that goes.
8 plus 3. 11.
Woo! So that's a full. It's a full hit. What an entry into the comic book, Doomatron. Do you want to describe what happens there?
So I'm not sure exactly how is the scene. So if there is like a
Like a
door that's
big-
basically closed.
Yeah, big blast door that is down, shut, and locked through, and they're on the other side.
And I'm on this side.
Yeah. The ship's
Am I
on the other
alone?
side. No, you are the Harmony's on the ship with you as well. The Shadow and Danger Beam are on the other side.
So Harmony is standing in front of the door right now.
No,
Trying
I think
to-
Harmony's still on the bridge of the Spacehawk.
So
I'm
I
running down at this
immediately-
point, though.
Yeah. So like the moment you see her go like through the corner into that door, you already see a big hole right in the middle. Like you don't actually see how I broke through. You just see a big hole right in the middle, and I'm already standing on the other side.
Can I
You're this
add
Wile
a
E.
thing to
Coyote.
a comic book panel
Yeah.
image of that, which is like a tiny speech bubble somewhere in the top that says like, "Hey, no fair, way to upstage me. I just like did special light things to those. Dang."
So there are 8 of these shadowy black and white figures, and taking what you've done, they sort of pull back and look concerned, but then press their attack. So, team, it sounds to me like we are about
To face a dangerous foe?
Yeah, enter the battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Adding 2 to the team. You currently this is session 3 because I've counted the session 0. Right, this is your team is currently 3. We're adding 2 to the team immediately. It will take you up to 5, and then we have a set of questions to ask. If the leader has influence over every teammate and another team, who is the leader in this scenario?
I mean, I think in Danger Beam's mind, it's her. Like, Rana went and hid. His character is
Saying as
Dumatron.
like whoever went
Dumatron-
first, I think, would be the
Yeah,
leader.
Do we
I
need
mean,
a
but the
leader?
person that
Can't we be
went first is currently
self-organizing?
hiding in a locker, I think.
Right.
Oh.
I was the first one to like burst through the doors and like try to face the danger, and they're shadow and I am light. So in my mind, as a character, I would be the one who would
Cool. That's
want to
fine.
lead the charge.
Danger Beam is claiming the leader position. Do you have influence over every member of the team?
I think I do actually, but
Yeah.
yes.
Team goes up to 6. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight and another team, what's your purpose, Danger Beam?
To make sure that no civilians get harmed and dispatch these foes in whichever way is most appropriate.
Okay, what's your purpose in this fight?
Like that's a
Dumatron?
very like hedging my bets goal.
I took it as beat the bad guys, right? Bravely, heroically.
Yeah.
but what about Dumatron's
Likewise, beat the bad guys is always his.
harmony?
Rescue as hell.
No.
Of
Different
course.
motivation. What about Rana's motivation in this fight scene?
It's complicated. Like, it's kind of bouncing between don't die, should probably save the team. Oh, there's people on the ship that probably need saved as well. And fought people.
So I think what we can establish is the team is not on the same purpose in this fight. If
Absolutely
any
not.
team member mistrusts the leader of the team, does anyone?
It's almost like every
mistrust-
single member of the team ran into the fight separately with not consulting anybody else.
No, it's if your team
Hey,
is
it
not
wasn't a
quite
fight when I
formed
ran
about
in.
I was trying over the comms, people. I said rendezvous point.
but they ignored you. You can talk
That
about
is true.
team discipline later on. But right now, does anyone mistrust the leader?
No.
Not no.
Okay.
We'll see how they do, and then we'll
Is your
decide on
team
that.
ill-prepared or off-balance? So, from your own admission, I think the answer to that is yes.
Yes.
So let's put the team down to currently a team pool of 5. So everyone has run out. They've seen Dumatron, but look, as Danger Beam is leading the team, I think the first panel in this comic we see is Danger Beam doing whatever it is they're going to do in terms of their attack. What are you doing, Danger Beam?
So I'm gonna strike a heroic. I've been learning from Rana. Strike a heroic pose in my elemental light form, and just say, "Shadow beings, surely you must know that light always beats the darkness. I suggest that you depart before things get ugly." And then I whisper into the comm, "Was that good?"
To which they respond, We are the adherents. We
sounds like a provoke.
Oh yeah, it does. But so they respond, "We're the adherents. We answer our master's prayer." But it does sound like a provoke. I agree.
I don't know what I'm trying to provoke them to do, but I'll roll it.
Well, I presume you're
That was
asking
just
trying
my
to get them
opening.
to try and step down or stand down if you want to. If you don't want to provoke them, you want to thump them instead.
I really just wanted to make a heroic opening speech because I thought Rana has demonstrated that that's the kind of thing that heroes do.
But when you do that as a hero, the provoke someone susceptible to your words. Let's see if they're willing to listen to your words. So you will roll with superior.
Okay.
Basically, it sounds like you're trying to, what's the word? Like intimidate them, because light, dark.
Right. No, I see why I just.
And they said something about they're answering their...
So that's a 9, unless anyone wants to help me and boost it to a 10.
I mean, I just broke through a thing. We showed we have power. Maybe that could be
I think that seems fair to me. So I might take one off the team and mark you down to 4. But yeah, you literally, as you're saying this, the metal rips and we see Doomatron coming through. So on a 10+, they rise to the bait and do what you want them to do. What do you want them to do?
So they can either stumble and I take +1 forward.
So not 7 to 9. On a 10+, you just get to narrate what they're going to do and how this unfolds.
Want them to stand down, right?
I do want them to stand down, but what I'm going to narrate is that I start walking towards them very slowly and purposefully, and the light gets brighter and brighter as I do. And the 4 extra ones that materialize start to dissipate.
Mm-hmm.
Because they cannot withstand the light.
And while she will do that, as part of the help, I'll be like, who is your leader?
Good thinking.
It sounds like me, like the trying to pierce their mask. And I'm going to mark a condition on them for what you just did. Their danger me.
Woo.
Okay. But yeah, it sounds to me, Doomatron, like you're trying to pierce their mask and figure out what's going on.
It's mundane, right?
It is.
That's going to go great. Oh, it's going to really great. Oh, wow. It just changed in my face. That's a 4 minus 1. That's a 3.
Well, the good news is you mask potential. The bad news is that moment of shock has passed. And when your words were, what do you want? Is that...
I asked who is their leader, and she told them to stand down, basically.
Oh yeah. So their response is to we are the adherents of the priest of the resonance meme, and you are unholy. And then the result of that is one of them hand strikes out and impacts into you, Doomatron, and you're going to take a powerful blow.
Unless someone tries to save me, but sure. Is anyone trying to defend? Can anyone? I guess not. It doesn't really matter.
I can try, but I don't know if we're allowed to like back and forth helping moves like that, but I'm happy to give it a...
Sort of try to do a cycle in the round there. So
yeah.
I think it would be down to Harmony or Rana. Shadows.
Yeah. I guess
Shadow's good.
I guess no one is going to jump in front of the...
Yeah, I haven't done anything. I can jump in.
Because defend someone is usually like a hard move to find a moment for, so whenever it's possible, it's really cool when it comes. But just saying, not a must, of course.
What
would you suggest? I'm not even sure what they're doing.
So how are they blasting out?
Their limbs sort of stretch out from them. They almost start moving. The arm sort of extends. As you could see down the panel, the hand would be coming out of you like that, impacting towards Doomatron.
Yeah, I guess I kind of lash out and I kind of form this wall of kind of glowing cosmic energy between them and Dumatron.
So you're defending them?
Yeah.
So when you defend, you roll with Savior.
And that's an 11. Oh, no. That's a 12.
Yeah.
Bang. So on hits, you keep them safe and choose one. So describe, it is that energy field that you put up, right? Let's describe that moment as it impacts Harmony.
And just to check, Dumatron believes in me, right? Or do you not believe in me?
Believe in you in what way?
It just says who doesn't believe in me. Do you not believe in me? Oh, I mean, you are my rival.
Yeah, but I believe in your power, if that's what you mean. Like, that you can do it. I don't believe in you as a good person or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean,
I think
look
that
what your
counts.
dad is.
I think that counts. I just get to take influence over you then. I think it's more about like believing whether I'm a good person. I feel like because this
Believe
is
in powers.
yeah, but you don't think I'm a good person.
I don't trust it.
Yeah. But yeah. So what were you gonna ask?
So
Sorry, what was it?
What were you doing there? Sorry, Harmony, because something on your playbook you were referring to there, was that?
Yes, it's when you defend someone who doesn't believe in you. You always take influence over them, even on a miss.
Cool. I think we should probably establish that outside the fight scene with people, what your sort of thoughts are towards Harmony at this point. But let's say that field comes up, hits it. It sort of, as it hits it, as you had a full hit there, Harmony, the other thing that you get is these things are constructs of pure thought. You get a sort of a momentary flash to that cross-legged figure that we saw floating on it effectively looks like an infinity pool looking out to the cosmos in a sort of large glass dome, and they're almost like these are it's prayers. And these things, as you hit one of them, impacts, and it sort of explodes as it hits the field, leaving just 3 there to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm going to clear condition.
And don't forget to write that you have influence on me.
Yeah, I already do, I believe.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no, I don't. Yeah, there we go.
Rana, the shadow. What is the shadow doing?
I think the shadow is going to come out of their service cupboard, making it look like they're fighting off something inside the service cupboard that no one else can see. And be like, yeah, take that. That's right. You run. And then strike a pose at the now hopefully surrounded idea thingies.
Awesome. Would you like to make a move?
Would I like to make a move?
Also, Harmony needs to change my labels.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's what I noticed.
But that can be after.
Would you like to assess the situation, or pierce the mask, or something like that, or leap into action?
I want to assess the situation, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like this is just a cover to make it look like I'm not useless, while I'm desperately looking around trying to figure out how to not be useless. I roll an 8. My superior is 1. That's a 9 on assessing the situation.
Do someone in the team want to help Rana up to a 10 in some way, or does Rana want to ask selfishly to make it look like they're not so scaredy catty and take a team from the pool?
I would be happy to help if that's appropriate.
Yeah, like we've got them. Effectively, we've got them a bit surrounded and penned in now. So, like, if we just all advance on them, and the question I want to ask is, how could we best end this quickly?
Thumping them in the face? No, you have got them surrounded. The best, quickest way to deal with this now is you consider you've let's say when you were watching from the shadows, and certainly it's the one that hit Harmony's shield and dissipated. I think you also spotted that that sort of resonance. You think if you cancel out the sound that's making them, they would just dissipate away.
Yeah, Harmony, I think they're sound-based.
But you've got a 10 there, so you can ask another 2 questions if you want to.
Oh, I can ask one more, yeah. Ooh. And what here is in the greatest danger? Because I don't think it's us anymore. I'm trying to figure out what the nature of this peril that we plunged ourselves in really is.
You're pretty sure that before, as you spotted out, and though they think it saw you, your assumption is they're searching for something or someone on the ship.
Excellent. Harmony, they're sound-based. I think it's time for a ripping solo. And I'm maybe going to get back and put my fingers in my ear holes.
I'm going to provide the light effects. And get behind Harmony, just like beams of colored light.
Yeah, I'm going to provide the bass.
And this is just the musical interlude for the episode.
It's like, come on, Space Dazzler, do your worst.
Space Dazzler. Yeah. Never has there been a bigger insult and compliment at the same time.
Yeah, we're just literally starting a music video now.
Well, let's unleash your powers, and then you can give me your musical montage.
Is it not like, because it sounds more like it doesn't? I have the same either way, but it sounds more like an attack.
You could do it either way, to be honest with you. If it's an attack, you're only going to do a condition's worth of power, so you're not going to necessarily take them out straight away. If you unleash your power, you're trying to reshape the environment, so you could take the what you've just been given from the assess the situation to defeat them immediately. But there's a higher chance potentially of it going wrong.
Okay, I guess I'll use my powers then, since it's the same either way.
So you're going to unleash your powers to reshape your environment with freak.
Yep, and as I said, just music video.
Just describe it. Let's. What do we see?
Okay, so what's the light show like? Danger Beam.
Okay, so if put your names on the things. Doomatron. If Doomatron is really like doing like crashing noises, I want there to be like, I'd like to get a stand right behind you so that light would glow like all around you. So between every boom is like a flash of colored light. So like boom, green, boom, red, blue, blue. For now, until you, I mean, I'll react to whatever kind of music you do, but as your intro.
We practice this.
Your intro, it's a synchronized bass and light trade-off.
Cool. And I think that as I'm singing, like it's I feel like it's probably something poppy. I think that there's a kind of like quavering and like the celestial chords start to vibrate, and we sort of see this like on the comics page at least. It's kind of like it's kind of one of those like power like wave things that we tend to like represent like powers emanating, and yeah. It's partial, so I'm gonna mark. Let's see. It's so difficult.
What was partial?
The free the unleash my powers roll.
Oh, you got 7 plus
Yeah.
1 is 8 plus even if we help, it's 9. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna mark. Insecure again. I mean, I was a little pitchy, like just a little.
It was only a 2-chair turn, but there's this moment of a boom, and
I didn't even get to the chorus.
Well, whatever it is that's holding them together, you disrupt the sound, and they sort of dissipate like dust wisping away in the wind. They do literally pull away. Elsewhere on the ship, it's such an echo, though, it reverberates around the ship, and Estelle, the solar songstress, looks at some point going, that's a good beat. Whilst elsewhere, the Abator, the Cyclops, is shaken from the meditation, and their feet touch onto the surface of the infinity pool, and they walk towards the burning sun that you can see in the distance, and look out and goes, these are not the Rocket Rangers, they are something else. They will do. They will join my chorus. And out of the water, you see 4 shadowy figures rematerialize in black and white, whispering as it meditates and starts a new prayer. But you're okay. The team is united. We've seen them come to action. What do you do next?
Well, that was quick.
Oh, they were weird, awful, shadowy things. I don't think I like shadows anymore. I might have to change my name.
Did anyone catch the leader's name that they were looking for?
I don't know. Like, they were looking for something. They found us, but they were looking for something else. We got to keep moving fast. There's something happening on this ship. We need to get to the heart of it and stop it.
Okay, let's go look. Are you guys... should we split or should we go as a group?
No, let's not split. No.
Split 3 ways to cover more ground.
Rana, you can stick with me. I've got you. Fellow teen.
Yeah.
So are you staying together? Are you separating? And if you're separating, what's the makeup of the team?
I think unless someone says otherwise, we split 3 ways to cover as much ground as possible. With Rana going with Danger Beam.
3-way split.
Is Harmony down with that?
I mean, do we need to split 3 ways? Like,
I don't
do we
know.
have 3 ways to actually like explore?
There's like one guy, right?
We have as many ways to explore as we want.
That's true. But do we know
I meant, like,
the one meditating guy, right? Is like now the object? Or no?
Because I know like there's like the meditating guy and also the Estelle. But then like is there like some other like route to pursue that we would want to split a third way for?
There are 900 decks on this vessel and 800,000 people aboard. So it depends what you want to find. There's also a really cool gift shop.
Oh, we should maybe
There's
go to the
almost
gift shop.
100,000 people per deck. That's amazing. The gift on cruise ships, they're duty free. So
Yeah,
if we do want to stock up,
we're not paying taxes.
I guess we know what direction those two are going.
Like, it's so big, we don't have to split up unless we really want to have some personal time.
I mean, I'm going to help to defend Estelle, but I understand that might not be everyone else's priority.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I'll go for the meditating dude, whatever his name was.
I mean, that was my plan also, because I don't know where else to go. But if we're splitting up, then we should go somewhere else.
okay. How about like a plan where if we are going to split, maybe some go to try and find the VIPs and protect them and make sure they're not being kidnapped, and the others maybe go and try and either find the source of these things or maybe a central place like the main deck or something, like the main
Like the Lido deck.
bridge. The bridge, that's what I was looking for.
I'll look for the source.
That's where
then.
Harmony came from. I vote that if that's the plan, then while the other two go off, no longer the Shadow, Rana and I sit and argue about the relative merits of looking after the people who are already VIPs versus regular civilians, and how class warfare is a serious issue on this planet. Until something significant enough happens to draw us somewhere else.
I'll go look for whatever is the source of the shadow creatures.
Okay, so let me make sure I've understood this correctly. Dimitron is going after the Cyclops. Harmony is trying to find Estelle. And Ron and Orchid, we're going to have a metaphysical battle, or what are they doing? I lost it.
Should we go to the bridge? Would that be a good place to go, or should we do something else?
I mean, I think Harmony came from the bridge. I didn't think
No, we came
anything
from
was
our
going on
ship.
there.
From our ship.
Oh. Sorry,
No.
I thought you were on the bridge of this ship and then came to the
No,
Shadow People place.
we docked up.
Maybe we should assess the situation.
Wait, you're going to plan using assess the situation? Wow, that's very unmasked-like behavior. Disappointing. But you're right, you can exactly use assess the situation for doing just that, Danger Beam.
It's okay, we have comms. If you learn something, you can just tell us.
Exactly. I don't know where else we would go if we're splitting three ways, and I feel like a nebula.
But you're going to the gift shop.
We could go to the gift shop.
I mean, as I was saying, we didn't need to split three ways. That was a decision that.
I don't know why it was
of
made
course.
either, but if it was made, then I don't know where I'm going without it.
You choose to listen to the board.
All right, let's frame the panel where Dumatron says, "I will defeat the Cyclops," and Harmony says, "I'm getting Estelle," and run off. And then we've got you two going, "Then what are we doing?" Which I think is probably the moment we find ourselves in, and the team learn never to listen to a plan from the giant rock ever again.
I was the team leader until a minute ago. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I will roll to assess the situation.
It's all in your mind.
Because maybe there's something else afoot and we don't know it yet. So that's 12.
You can ask me 2 questions, and remember to take +1 forward when your answers.
Excellent. So what here is in the greatest danger?
Specifically, what's in the greatest
The Cyclops.
yeah. The greatest, who's in the greatest danger? You think when you check, I suppose, right? You take on and assess the situation. You check some of the sensors and the readouts, and whatever these psychic manifestations are, more of them are on deck 336, which is the VIP deck than anything else. So they're searching for someone there. We also established that they'd come through the walls directly into Estelle's room. So Estelle and her crew are in the biggest danger.
Right. Harmony.
Okay. I get one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but okay. Go ahead. What was it?
I was going to say, like, maybe one of us runs after Dumatron, one of us runs after Harmony.
That could definitely be a good plan. What here can I use to I don't want to say kill, but like to defeat the bad guys?
So defeat which.
That's why I used the word dispatch earlier too. Like, I don't know if we want to kill them or trap them or if they can be but like defeat meaning stop them from their evil plan, right? What can be used against them in some effective way?
Fists are good.
So they're more solid than I thought they were then. Okay,
there's those, but do you mean like the shadow figures, or do you mean so to be clear, you said stop the bad guys. You've got the adherents who you've just faced, and then you have Avatar, the Cyclops, who is the big bad. What are you asking me specifically?
Probably the big bad. We already defeated some of the other ones, so we have at least some idea that they're susceptible to pop music.
Well, you've spoken. They spoke about they are the prayers, his or their prayers. So I think it's a question. If you can manage in some way to render them in a position where they can't pray, they can't keep bringing the bad guys back.
But that's the big bad is the one who's summoning them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, I guess my question is about the big bad. What's the best way to... Oh, you're saying the best way is to stop him from praying. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're not likely to get near him because he will continue to defend himself with his endless hordes of bitter prayers.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to propose that we run after Harmony so that we can help disrupt the praying. And since singing
Shouldn't one
worked...
of us stop Dumatron from dying?
Dumatron's not going to die. He's a giant rock. What are they going to do?
I don't know. Launch him into space, follow the other giant rocks.
I guess if you want to do that, I'm going to run after Harmony and try to save this Estelle person. I feel like Dumatron, like, good luck catching up to him. But...
We got this covered, buddy. Good luck.
And I would like to invoke one of my powers as I run after Harmony, if possible. Which is a mind of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think my current powers are going to help much with stopping the prayers of this thing. But song disrupts it. And everybody knows, not everybody knows, but those of us who play instruments professionally know that a singer is only as good as their backup band. So I want to become a one-woman/light person instrument, like a one-man band, essentially.
Okie dokie.
So I guess I can mark a condition to do that.
So, yeah, your powers evolve and mutate. When you face an object or threat your powers are not able to deal with, you can mark a condition to gain a brand new ability, adapt to the situation. You lose these powers once the danger is gone.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Insecure because I'm not really 100% sure how like Earth one-man bands go. And I'm just gonna hope I get it right. But what you hear then, Harmony, and we can just have this be part of the fiction because I'm constantly paying attention to try to like learn things about humanity. I've noticed the songs that you're humming, and you just start hearing a sort of odd but clearly recognizable version of the backing track for your favorite song, like blasting behind you. And like one of my arms has like turned into a guitar that's playing itself, and like I'm just this weird like light one-man band thing that's running after you, but it is playing your favorite song.
And what does that sound like, Harmony?
Oh, I think keeping a theme that there is a kind of it has a catchy tune, but I think it also is probably a little bit kind of like melodically complicated, probably a little bit more complicated than Danger Beam can pull off being untrained. But you know, Danger Beam still manages to make a serviceable rendition of it.
Cool. So
my rhythm is good.
Yeah, that's what's important for a dance.
You are being chased by the Muzak String Quartet, and we'll cut to you hitting the deck above first, where as far as the eye can see, you can see these shadowy figures pulling in and out of the walls. The room is lousy with them, and in the distance you hear a perfect pitch scream note that you know is Estelle, and she's in danger. What are you doing, Harmony?
Oh, I guess I'm gonna just run in. This is too important.
Bang. So straight in. That sounds to me like you're trying to directly engage a threat.
Or defend, one or the other.
You've got to get through them first. You're not close enough to defend yet.
Oh, okay. I actually, they're, yeah.
You're going to have to fight your way through.
I'll directly engage a threat. I think that I kind of can form these kinds of blades along my hands with the cosmic energy that I kind of slice through with. Oh, whoops. Cool. I didn't actually reroll. Oh, and that's 3.
Okay, so your temper has gotten the better of you, and you zoom towards them. And they aren't literally, they have a move, which is Endless Horde. So as you sort of smash one down and that replaces them, and you can hear them, they are all whispering loudly here. Dark prayers and laments of corruption and loss, and one of them whispers, "We will purge the impure," and you are lost, as we can see Harmony under literally a pile of fists and body pulling them down into the horde. Let's cut to Dumatron, who is approaching the main. I suppose it's the entertainment deck upon the ship. It is the top of the ship, which looks out over the stellar scape, and this is like an infinity pool of starlight that you're standing upon, looking out into the cosmic void. And this figure is there at the center of the floor with the fire of a sun behind them, cross-legged, and raises one hand with 3 fingers. It's one finger and is clearly in meditation. Its eye glitters with light and it looks at you. It says, "It is rare to see one of your kind so far from your home."
I understand that you are causing all the troubles on this cruise ship.
We are only here to punish the impure. Give us the musician, and all of this horror will end.
I don't think you understand how this works.
And how does this work?
You give up, you surrender, or you are stopped.
The eye flashes with energy, and a telekinetic blast sort of rips across the floor, sending glass shards everywhere and impacting into you, causing you to take a powerful blow.
Sure. I think that's a 7, so that's not good.
On a 7 to 9, you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to feel the action.
Let's see.
Or take advantage of your influence. Give ground. You struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. So,
I'll mark 2 conditions.
okay, which 2 are you marking?
Angry because he hit me and I wasn't prepared. I'm not afraid of him just yet. I don't know, guilty or insecure. I don't feel guilty about this. Maybe I feel a little guilty because I was like talking to him instead of punching his face. Like that was error number 1. I should not have done that. I feel bad about all the people that will be hurt because I don't rush.
Yeah, so you're sent away by the telekinetic bolt, and as that hits you, you're sent flying across the room. Let's cut back downstairs to the next panel. How does Danger Beam react to Harmony being swallowed into this horde of adherents?
There's the mute button. I'm gonna attack them. Directly engage a threat.
Cool. If you want to beat them, you can do that. If you want to try and get Harmony out of there, you'd probably want to use defend.
I'm gonna assume that if I attack them, I mean it's kind of a defense of Harmony because they are on Harmony, but that if I attack them, Harmony is also powerful and we'll be able to attack them too, and then we will overcome them together.
Cool. Then directly engage a threat for me then, please. Unless there's any specific playbook moves you want to pull.
Should probably stop being a one-man band. The danger isn't good. So I lose those new powers once the danger is gone. But the danger isn't gone.
Nope. There's quite a lot of danger around. Loads of it.
So what if instead, if Harmony can't be heard, someone needs to be the singer? And so, did you say something, Stephen? And so until Harmony is uncovered, this one-man band is also now a one-man band with a singer, who is getting louder and louder as she approaches. And
right, let's get your best Dick Van Dyke impression.
Oh yeah,
Maybe-
I'm glad
Can't
you
be
caught
good.
the
You
Mary
have to at least
Poppins.
be loud.
Uh,
It
it's
sounds
a
like
jolly holiday with Mary.
it sounds to me like you're about to unleash your powers.
Indeed, indeed I am. Is that with Freak? I always forget. I think it is. That's an 11.
So you overcome the obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. So what were you trying to do? Please describe the outcome.
So I'm gonna say, and I feel comfortable saying this because I understand how a cruise ship works. There's a microphone somewhere on this deck. There just is, because there's always a microphone somewhere, so someone can announce something or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And that as I get louder and louder with my one-man song, which happens to be "It's a Jolly Holiday with Harmony," because that is my cultural reference point for a one-man band. It's technically not the song he sings when he does it, but still. That it gets picked up on the microphone. And so it is distractingly loud to the beings on top of Harmony and unpleasant for them in whatever way the first song was as well. But that it gets picked up and played all over the ship, including where our meditating foe is. And it is a kind of bizarre rendition of that song because I'm trying to produce the whole thing myself. So it's really quite disruptive.
Cool.
Not unpleasant, right? Like I think it's a nice, weird version of "It's a Jolly Holiday with Harmony," but it is loud enough and odd enough that it disrupts what all the bad guys are doing for at least a second, and stops them from attacking Harmony, so she can kind of crawl out from under the pile and act, hopefully.
Yeah, they stop and all this horde sort of turn to look at you, and you can hear this being presented on the deck. And we see the song notes flowing around the ship, and the Cyclops puts their three-footed toe down onto the ground and is stepping towards the downed Doomatron. What do we see the shadow doing as this has unfolded on the in the Infinity Hall? Rana?
I should unmute myself first. So yeah, the Cyclops, I guess, is standing over the collapsed form of Doomatron. Because of where Doomatron's landed, he actually has his back to the doorway, which Rana is creeping through. And I would like to assess the situation very quickly.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I should use my digital dice, that's right, not real dice.
You can use either, I don't mind.
Digital dice. Oh my. That's an 11 on the digital dice. So that's a big old hit. So question one. What here can I use to incapacitate Cyclops, dude? Because I'm just a little frog with a stick, and I'm not sure a stick is going to be dangerous enough.
You can use Doomatron to incapacitate them if you can distract the Cyclops long enough for Doomatron to get their wind back.
Okay, and
Just kind of shove him over onto them. Just kind of squash him.
And who here is most vulnerable to me?
The person, well, I think the answer to that is no. At the moment, no one is particularly vulnerable to you. So I'm going to have to ask you to rephrase the question. I can't think of an answer here that I can give you a result that would be appropriate.
And what here can I use to protect myself from his crazy powers?
It's definitely when they make eye contact. That central glittering blue and white eye is the source of their power. So as long as you're out of eyes line of sight, you are likely safe.
Right. Rana's gonna skitter over to like it's a room, right? So there's like must be like an object I can get partially behind, like a giant plant pot or a cupboard.
It's definitely a Roman column or something similar.
I was going to shout, "Hey, ugly!"
And it sounds like you're trying to provoke someone.
Not yet. This is just the start.
Okay, but we'll cut
We'll
cut that scene. And we'll cut back across to Harmony. Whatever was trying to pin you down and harm you, and they did do, I'm afraid, a fair old. Did I inflict a condition on you? I didn't inflict a condition on you previously, did I?
No.
So, but I am going to do one because you were pinned down and being teared at by these strange. It was like being wrapped in. Despair and a echo for a purity in the galaxy which could not exist. Whatever this thing is, it does not like. It really doesn't like you because you seem to be a cosmic dissonance.
Dissonance?
Yep.
But dissonance is like the heart of music. Sorry. That makes me sad.
Yeah, but if you don't like music, then you're probably not going to like harmony, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of...
Harmony or dissonance. If you don't like music, you're kind of screwed.
Okay, I'll mark hopeless, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But they have pulled away and stood up and are looking at someone singing a strange song in a dialect you've never heard before, giving you the chance to react. What does Harmony do?
Who can I see who's singing? Or?
It's Danger Beam.
Oh, okay. Right, that weird human dialect. That they're always singing in. No, yeah,
I was just wondering about that. I was like, what dialect am I singing in? I thought I was singing from Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're singing with like Bert from Mary Poppins dialect, that is weird.
Well, yes, but from my perspective, you're singing this weird human song.
None of us is human.
Right, it could be alien, right? You're fun.
That's why I was kind of like, all of you seem like a bunch of human otaku.
It's all exactly. So, what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna kind of look around and try to get my bearings because I don't know what's going on right now.
So you need to assess the situation.
Yeah. And okay, I don't have any minuses from my conditions. And watch as I get another 3. Oh, it's a 6.
Wow.
But I'm helping.
Is it just your muse song is actually really inspiring?
Hopefully it's inspiring to you. Because I am singing a song about how wonderful it is to be with Harmony. So it's literally I'm singing about how great it is to be near you. And
okay, like I don't understand the words, but I hear Harmony every second, every now and then.
And it has, like given pause to the beings on top of you already.
Okay. Yeah, so mark off a team then.
Done that, a team of 3.
Okay, and I guess I'm gonna ask, how can I best end this quickly?
What do you want to end?
I guess this particular fight with these things.
If you back up, it is Danger Beam is again. You know how to now to break their the whatever the acoustic chord is that brings them into being. Danger Beam on their own isn't quite enough to do that. If you support Danger Beam in this song, you could take them out.
Cool. I will do that. I don't know the words, but I'm gonna just kind of sing. I'm just gonna sing like notes and just try to harmonize with Danger Beam. What would I be rolling with here?
You do have
You're
mastery.
trying to use your mastery of music, is my
Yeah.
view on this. So I think you're once
Okay.
again trying to unleash your powers.
And I am.
You don't need to
hopeless.
know the words to know the music.
Yeah, I'm hopeless now. So let's see how poorly this goes. And that's a 0.
Got a 0?
Yes, I rolled 2 1s and I have -2 for my hopeless.
On the good side, mark potential. On a bad side,
Yeah.
Your acoustics disrupt, and these figures snap out of their fugue and begin their attack. And I'm going to ask you, unfortunately, that you probably need to mark a condition.
That's fair. I guess guilty. That seems fair.
Excellent. Bang. Okay, back up to the main sort of the ballroom. You're pulling yourself up, Dumatron. What's going through? Describe that scene and what's going through your head.
So he was thrown away, but when you get up, you see he has nothing on him, no scratches, no nothing. It's just a big rock after all, and a bit of glass wouldn't do that much. So all he managed to do is just throw me away. So I just stand up, I look at him, and you said his eye seemed to have been the cause of this telekinetic push?
I did say that, but that was, yeah, you would have seen that. It sort of
attacked me.
at you as it hit you. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So I want to attack his eye directly.
Okay, so it sounds like you're trying to directly engage the threat.
Yeah. I do believe so.
So you're going to roll with danger.
I'm going to break his eye. Come on. That's not good. 4 plus 3. That's a 7, and I will use in a China shop. When you directly engage, you can cause significant collateral damage to your environment to choose an additional option, even on a miss. So it's not a miss, but I have 2 options, I think. So again, in the comics, you don't actually see the attack. You just see what happened afterwards. And what I want to do is, like, that's part of the power, basically, that you don't actually see what happens. So I want to resist or avoid his blows, but like at the end of this scene, I'll be behind him, basically. So I think that's considered. And is there anything on him that I could take other than his literal eye?
It's not so much. We're on a cloak, yeah. So I think to literally pull it away from them, possibly not. But I think you hit it in such a way that it wounds them. But that has disrupted their powers. I've got this sort of view that the artist always draws your character in the same pose, and then you've got this sort of move and everything else. And we come back, and the figure hasn't moved at all. They're still just doing exactly the same thing they were always doing.
Yeah, a big giant rock.
Yeah. Awesome. So bang, we sort of there's a howl of pain. I'm going to give you a choice. You can they can temporarily actually, well, you can ask that they could lose their abilities that they have, or they could lose the concentration and they could lose the adherence and the ability to summon them. Which would you like to take away from them?
Right now, the ability. I don't want him to attack again, so I could
so
finish
bang.
him off.
No problem.
So what you see is like, you see me in my move, and then you see and the next one right behind him, and you see him with his eye wounded and bled and maybe bleeding and stuff.
Yeah, it's sort of like crack because it's almost like you've hit something made of
Cracked.
glass. It's like bang, it's cracked across it. They have marked a condition. They are now afraid.
I thought it was clear how this is going to go. Surrender.
And Harmony back downstairs. The attack has re-begun, and they are making their move on you as well now. Unfortunately, not Harmony. Sorry, Danger Beam. Your one-man band was broken by something that Harmony did. You can discuss what it was at a later point. But whatever they did not play well with your music. In fact, it wrapped around it and seemed to cause, as I say, something really strange to happen. But as you recover from that sort of slight psychic shock, you are attacked, and they come from all angles, up and down from the floors, literally pouring through and phasing through the floor, trying to pin you down, and you're under a flurry of dozens of blows. So what are you going to do?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh.
Apologies.
I looked up and you weren't.
Sorry. No, what I was asking is the one-man band power just gone? Or it just didn't work in the last scene?
It didn't work. I say what happened was when you try to use it, whatever Harmony did disrupted your powers, and there was sort of like a psychic wave, and all of a sudden you're on. It doesn't work, and they're attacking you, and they are literally almost like falling through the ceiling, phasing through and down onto you.
So the first thing I'm going to do is, because I'm made of pure light, they can follow into me all they want. I'm not made of solid matter at the moment. So I will just sort of like light beams can shoot out from her, and then I will like stand next to the pile and sort of look at it for a second. Unless I'm not allowed to do that. It's one of my core powers, but
sounds like unleash your powers, overcome an obstacle.
Yes, exactly so.
It can be. Sorry, my computer just launched something. Stop making that noise. Okay. I can roll to unleash. Just getting out from under them isn't attacking them. So that's not what I'm trying to do here. That was just my way of sort of starting off, figuring out what to do with the situation, but that's at 12. So I guess I get out from under them?
Yeah, and they'd already marked a condition previously. That's marking their second condition. So as your powers unleash at this point, describe what happens as they're sort of defeated and dissipate away again.
So was there any response? The first 4 shadow beings disappeared when I became really bright light the first time.
Yep.
So is my becoming light with them directly touching me? Can I say that the light banishes the shadow in a way? And so as I'm coming out from underneath the pile itself just starts to dissipate. The way that if you gradually turned on a light in a room, it would get brighter and brighter. And if you had it light enough, there wouldn't be any shadows left. Sure.
Okay.
That's awesome. My intent was just to get out from under the pile, but since we made it an engage and I rolled high, great.
Bang! So that happens, and
guys.
There's just you and Harmony in the corridor again. Let's swoosh back to the shadow. Where do we see the shadow?
Okay, so the shadow had called Hey Ugly in an attempt to distract and give an opening, but Domatron is clearly on the ball and just follows up with that huge punch. At this point, I think the shadow is going to get in there and back up his buddy. So I would actually like to directly engage a threat.
Okay.
This is where all goes wrong. Rolls the dice. That's a 4. I have a danger of 0. That's a fail. I'll mark some potential. Effectively, the shadow was waiting for the key moment to do a huge leap across the room. And he wanted to land on the back of the Cyclops and wrap his scarf around the guy's head to cover his eye.
Okay. So
but that
as
didn't work out as planned.
You leap and you come over, and as it sort of moves with light grace and pins you and grabs you and pulls you in with your in its arms pointed between you and Doomatron, and I think you should probably mark a condition.
Oh, okay. This is a little bit scary. Mark afraid.
Okay, and it looks at you and says, "I only wished the singer, but as you have interfered, hero, instead everyone shall burn." And the ship, you suddenly feel accelerating, and you see the sun starting to get bigger and bigger.
Can I just stop for a second?
Yeah.
Inside Rana's head, there's a huge rainbow and he called me hero.
He was talking to Doomatron, but never mind.
Silence, cretin.
Okay.
Know that you're my hero.
You
Harmony.
said he's above a bunch of water, right?
It's like an infinity pool. So yeah, it's only a swimming pool, so it's probably only about that deep. But he is walking on the water.
Okay, so when we come back, I want to throw this whole thing into the water.
Cool. Okay. Then Harmony, you are suddenly unpinned from this threat, and it's just you and Danger Beam. How do you react? What do you do?
Most of the threats are gone, right? Because
Yeah,
they're all gone.
what's actually around us then?
Well, you're in the corridor. You were still heading towards you the same corridor in the room and the suite that Estella was in.
A bit more uneasily than before. Well, I guess I'm still not afraid, so I'm willing to head into this room. I'm pretty uneasy though. I'm shaken, but I'm going to save / get the autograph of my the celebrity.
You're welcome, for the record.
So you approach the door and it pushes open, and we see the 12-foot beauty that is Estella, and frame that scene for me, Harmony.
In like what way?
Describe the panel, I suppose, of the first meeting of Estella and Harmony.
Oh yeah, well, okay. Well, I guess that as I brought up, that she is like this giant glowing woman,
Mm-hmm.
And like when she comes out, like there's like literally like the radiance beams that you see in comics, like she's being backlit, but she is the backlight basically. So yeah, and I think that we kind of see this is probably like either a single or full page spread because she is about twice the height of Harmony. So like I look a bit like dwarfishly small compared to her.
She sort of looks around you, left and right and down the corridor, and says, and then looks you in the eyes and say, "Have you seen the Rocket Rangers?"
Oh, that's us.
She peers. Wait, Are you a new recruit or something?
Yeah. Oh, terrible decision making.
I'm going to chime in and say, an excellent new recruit. Very powerful. Just trying to help.
She looks says, are you still carrying the stuff that you want her to sign? Harmony.
I mean, I feel like we should make certain that she's safe before I ask her to sign it. Like that would be like a bit of a faux pas on my part. I have that much self-control.
Oh, so what do you? She looks at you and says, at that point when you reveal who she is, she sort of swoops you up in her arms and squeezes you tight and goes, "Thank you for saving us."
We hear Harmony squeal.
No, I mean, no, like it depends. Like she's pretty big, so it's probably crushing me a bit. And I kind of give like a thumbs up to Danger Beam. Like let's not bring up who did the saving here in this particular scenario.
Lovely. Look, we'll cut from that and let the danger push down on that scene a little bit as back to the top deck where the ship is barreling towards the sun. Maybe someone should have gone to the bridge after all. But anyway, Doomatron.
Fine.
Doomatron, the figure has the shadow in its grasp, and Avatar looks at you and says, "You were saying?"
I look at him. He's above a pool of water.
Yeah.
And is the sun above him, or it's the sun outside the ship?
Sun's outside. The ship is
okay.
careering towards a glowing, glittering red sun.
So I say, let's see if your powers work when you can't breathe. And I just, well, I don't want to describe what I do because that's kind of the point, but I want to like hold him in his feet, assume he has some, and into the water.
Okay.
Yes.
If you don't get a full success on this, you are going to also injure or drag Rana down into the water as well.
It's cool.
Unless Rana will help me.
Yeah.
I can breathe water. It's fine.
All right, you're a frog person.
That's all right. So you're directly engaging a threat?
I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9 plus 3. So that's a 12.
Bang. So
and I'm thinking whether or not taking a China shop for an extra. Because I am destroying this infinite pool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am taking in a China shop for an extra. So there will be collateral damage. There is always collateral damage when I'm fighting.
Yeah, this room is being trashed.
Oh yes.
So they go through the floor, hitting the ground, and then going through it with an impact. Water goes everywhere.
So I think I need to pick 3, 2 plus the 1 from the crazy. So resist or avoid the blow. I want to take Rana out of their hands.
Yep.
And I want to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. I think you choose which one it is.
Okay. So I'm going to mark insecure as a condition on the event at this point. As they hit the ground and hit the water, you can see the water goes everywhere. But again, you don't move. We just see the water flying everywhere, and then Rana's in your arm.
Yeah, basically, I could just see that.
Only Rana know what happened, and Rana will never tell.
If even she knows, they know.
But let's conclude. Let's see if we can conclude this fight, because that then leads us back into role play. So what do you do at that moment, Rana, when you realise that they've just impacted through the floor? You're standing there. You're safe. How does Rana react?
Rana's going to give Domatron a big hug. Great work, buddy.
Thank you.
I mean, you've ruled the day, evildoer.
The figure is pulling itself up, giving you a moment to react. What do you do after you've given that lovely hug?
It's picking itself up.
Is the hug comfort and support? Like, is that the point?
I'll let you
Is
have
it?
a comfort and support from that, as long as you accept
I'm
it.
asking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now let's just make that comfort and support because I
you
can't
were
really
like-
think of too much aggressive stuff that I really want to do at this point.
Yeah, because I was thrown away and stuff, and
Let's roll my amazing mundane of now 0.
I'm just suggesting, by the way, don't take me at.
Yeah, I get an 8 on comfort and support.
Not bad.
So yeah, you may
When I hit the hear you, they
so
must.
give you a big hug, and I'm going to offer you the high five. Do you give me the high five?
Yeah, that's if I open up, basically.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
you got to give me the high five.
They hear they mark potential condition or shift labels if they open up to you. I put you down and you do the high five, and I'm like, high five, but slowly, very slowly. And it's like a moment where you see me move in the comics, like you see the hand, basically, like.
Yep. Great. You mean
I
do
can
one of
clear
the above?
condition, mark potential, or shift labels.
And I'm just going to strike a dominant pose over the whole.
Yeah, I think I saved you. I don't feel guilty anymore, so I'm gonna just remove guilty.
And then we see this broken figure of Abator in the ground saying, "Why have my prayers failed? All that is now left is to die in the sun and burn our failures from the cosmos." And that sun is getting big.
Wait, what now?
Rana, you can fly ships, right?
Yeah.
I kind of pick you up,
You know what?
and I go
I can-
through the walls and everything all the way to the piloting area, just with you in my hands as fast as possible, so you could be put in the piloting area and pilot away.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to roll physics, because I'm going through the entire ship, I assume.
Let's just describe it as good enough. And we'll find yourself on the bridge of this large galactic cruiser. It is piloting itself towards the sun. And any moment now it's going to hit warp velocity and fire through that sun at the speeds, multiple speeds of light.
Oh.
Do your thing.
Okay. My thing is disappearing and bouncing around, so it's time to step up. Right, this thing is going to warp into the sun. I think it would be much better to have it warp elsewhere. I want to try and change its warp coordinates to somewhere really nice.
Okay, so you're trying to reshape the environment. Sounds to me like you're trying to unleash your powers.
Yep. Oh, God. Oh, that's a 9. Yeah.
Hey,
Rana
someone in
starts
the
like,
team want to help you turn it into a 10? Well, that would
Domatron, could you just push these buttons, please?
Yes. I push a button.
Yeah, Rana starts like playing, not going for the controls themselves, but going for the consoles, going for the computers, manages to get into the navigation drive, and like obviously in all those TV shows and comic books, there's always like adverts for awesome places to go, and the ship will enter warp, streaming just past the sun. Just past the sun. You'll literally see the sun passing this giant orange streamline. For a second, it looked like we were going to hit it.
So we'll describe where we end up in a little while. Let's cut back down to Estelle, Harmony, and Danger Beam. Estelle has put you down and says, "Oh wow, you're so awesome! And I didn't get your name. Who are you, strange brave hero?"
Oh, I'm Harmony, and this is. I'm like, do you want me to like call you by like because this is my head. I'm like, am I supposed to call you Danger Beam or Orchid? Danger Kids.
You're muted. Danger Beam.
I was asking Stephen if he was like hoping for me to chime in because he had frozen, or if he wanted to like have an awkward moment where I just was like,
Okay, this is my teammate.
So wow, Harmony, that's such an unusual name. The only Harmony I know is the daughter of Unity, the cosmic tyrant, but that can't be you.
Yeah.
You hear on the comms, it is. No, I'm just kidding.
He says,
I chime in and say, yeah, she gets that all the time. It's terrible. What a terrible coincidence.
like, I'm so glad to see you. Those creatures, they said that I and my crew were abominations, and they'd come to take us from the galaxy. I mean, who couldn't like my music?
Oh, I know. It's great. It's really great.
You're still hugging her all this time, right?
She hasn't put you down yet. Oh wow, you're so sweet. And she does put you down at this point and pecks you on the cheek, which is probably like being slobbered on by a large dog without that.
It's really just
lips.
It's probably like covering my whole head.
Yeah, you've got like lipstick right across the side of your face when she's finished. But it's a moment of going, wow, and then she looks out and points towards the window because you feel that movement when you're in warp, and then you stop as space unfolds itself. And you see yourself floating around the remnants of the skeletal remains of one of the large cosmic dragons. Its bones have been long since turned into a smuggler's port. This is one of the most unique sights in the galaxy, but also one of the most dangerous. And I can either let you shift into some soft scening there, or we can draw the session to a close. What would players' preferences be?
Shadow looks at Domatron and goes, "This is not where I was going to."
What do you mean? Well, we need to get back to our ship.
I'm happy to draw things to a close there, to be honest.
Wait, can those of us who are with Estelle see the thing? Like,
yeah, you can see it through the window. She's got like the what's the name? The penthouse type apartment, so you can see wonderful views of this.
So, I think as Harmony and Estelle are chatting and having a fan moment, there's just a quiet in the background, like, "Hey guys, oh dear,
Yeah?
you're not in our cabin, are you?
No.
Are we all?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I meant like I'm trying to interrupt their like sentiment or their like enthusiastic moment, but like feeling sheepish about it. And so you just like the final panel you would see of Danger Beam is just maybe even like just the speech bubble, like, "Hey guys, maybe we." Oh no. And that's the end of the issue for Danger Beam.
Okay then, folks. Does anyone want to achieve anything else before I draw down the flip the page?
Oh yeah, I wanted to bring something up. I didn't want to interrupt
Yeah.
other people, so I had mentioned it in chat. Do you think that from any of that I take influence over her again?
Yes, I'm very happy to give you influence. I think she will willingly give it when she thinks you are part of the Rocket Rangers.
Okay. And also, does any of that, like, because particularly, like, bringing up my father in path passing, does any of that, like, either intentionally or unintentionally shift my labels? I just thought I'd ask, since it seems
So
like
I'm just
that
reading
kind of
the
interaction.
respect mode. One of your characters named Roll plus save it. So are you asking me, or
Oh,
what's the effect you're looking for here?
I was just curious from the, like, since she does as an adult have influence over me by default.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just curious.
I think that being the case, then yes, I know what you mean. And yes, she would try. She is trying to tell you or ask you, but tell you who you are, because you are always feathered with the brush of your father's crimes.
She's trying to do savior up and danger down, it sounds like
Well,
it.
are you accepting her influence shift? Are you accepting what she thinks about you?
What's the influence shift?
Because you've told her you're not that. I'm gonna shift your mundane up one and your freak down one.
Yeah, I guess I'll go along with that.
It is Estelle who told you that.
Yeah, I'm also not in a great position to resist right now. Oh, I guess I am. No, I haven't really made a sacrifice, so
Okay, so
since getting guilty, I mean.
I'm gonna adjust your labels accordingly. And,
I adjusted them.
Cool. And yeah, okay, so we're all good. So we'll pick up issue 2 around the Dragon's Bones. So that's the end of issue 1, which was titled Biggest Fan. Let's do our end of session moves, and we're going to go in reverse character keeper order this evening. So I'm going to ask Dumatron, did they grow closer to the team, grow into the image of themselves, or grow away from the team?
I think I grew more into an image of myself. I wasn't really with the team. I can't raise danger anymore, though.
Oh,
But I think I'll raise Savior and drop. Excuse me, I'll raise Superior and drop Freak. No, and drop Freak. Yeah.
You can raise danger. You just give yourself a condition, but don't let me stop you.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. So
I mean,
I'll raise
you give Rana that high five.
Yeah, I did give Rana. Oh, you're right. I was thinking if I did anything that would be like. Yeah, I guess no. I think grow closer to the team. After the I-5 and helping Rana get the ship into a different location instead of the sun, not a good location still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give influence to that character.
Rana.
Shadow, do you still have influence over? Do you have influence over? No, you don't. Or do you?
No,
I've just added.
Yeah. He didn't.
I did not.
Dumatron, you also get to choose to clear a condition or mark potential.
Yeah, I'm taking potential.
Excellent. Danger Beam, did you grow close to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I think I grew into the team. I spent a lot of it trying to support other team members and or emulate them. So what did that mean? I forget.
So explain who made you welcome and why, and give influence to that character.
I always forget that that's how that growing closer works that you have to pick a person. Maybe Harmony, because she's saying like when Dumatron and I started our like little light and bass show, she just went with it, and like we worked together, and she did such a good job. But she didn't get mad when I took over and started singing. So
she actually failed, so broke your song. So I don't think I can let you call upon that.
the first one worked. The second one didn't.
Is that right? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the first one.
Cool.
And then when it didn't work the second time, I took over and like was the singer and did it myself,
Got
and she
you.
didn't
Yes,
get mad.
The band scene at the beginning. Yes. Sorry, you are correct. I was thinking you about the one where they failed. So you're correct there. So yeah, that's fine. Do you already have? Does Harmony already have influence over you?
Yes, I believe I do.
So which of Danger Beam's labels would you like to shift?
I'm just gonna continue on this. I want everybody to be helpful people. I'm shifting your mundane down and your savior up.
Works for me. I'm not very mundane, so makes perfect sense.
Don't forget to add a still on your influence on Harmony.
I don't take influence over her. Instead, I mark my respect track with her.
Cool.
Because she's one of my important NPCs.
I think, I'm loving the fact that Harmony is marking the mundanes into negatives for anyone who could comfort and support them. And they've already got 3 conditions marked. What
and
could
I
go
can clear
wrong?
condition, right? Because that was...
Yes, you can. You could either take potential or clear a condition.
I hate having conditions, so there we go.
The shadow. Do you grow closer to the team, grow into an image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
Grow closer to the team. So,
Who
first of all,
specifically?
well, first of all, in a general sense, at the start, Shadow was out of their depth, and then the team kind of coming together was able to make Shadow a bit braver and a bit able to actually act. But then when Shadow went to what they thought would be like trying to almost babysit Domatron, because he thought Domatron was going to get his head exploded, Domatron was like super helpful, beat up the bad guy, helped save Shadow, and then got Shadow to the actual bridge so they could avert the impending disaster. So like Domatron really just kind of showed that they're an unstoppable machine.
Excellent.
And a part of the team.
Domatron's already got influence over you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So please mess with my stats.
So I see you as useful, but the thing is, in this case, useful for you as freak up. Like you need to use freak to unleash your powers. So I'm gonna raise your freak.
Yep. It's up.
And lower your mundane. I joined the mundane destruction. Yep.
And are you clearing a condition or marking potential?
I'll mark potential. Am I right in saying that we've just travelled to an incredible place?
Yeah, I think you've traveled an incredible place. I was also going to suggest that effectively you helped your teammates when they needed you most, because no one else is the pilot of the ship, right? They used you specifically to help them get them out of there. Otherwise, you'd all fly into the sun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm a rock. I don't pilot ships. I just jump from one planet to another.
So the first drive removes my afraid, so I'll take the potential, and I'll take a potential, I think, for the second drive, or I might take an influence. Can I think about that and decide at the start of the session?
Have a think. So you've got an advance to take there, and
I've got to think about new drives.
Yep. And you can either choose another marketing potential, clear a new condition, or take influence over someone involved in helping you get there. But you've got influence over all the team, so that's fine. And last but in no way least, Harmony. Can we?
Yeah, I grew closer to the team. I definitely think that Danger Beam helped me out, backed up my play. Not like my superhero play, but my fangirl play. And yeah, you take influence over me if you do not already have it. Write it for my labels as you want, and I'm gonna remove insecure.
We all, by the way, have influence over each
Yeah.
other by now.
Nice. So okay, let me shift your label. I'm gonna shift. Like I thought, even if it didn't work the second time, that your song was super cool. So I'm gonna shift your mundane down 1 to 0. And your superior up 1 because I think you're super cool.
You are
Does that sound good?
the least mundane masks group I've ever GM'd for.
I'm trying.
What can possibly go wrong?
Well, we are a bunch of aliens.
Yeah, well, this is true, but even aliens are humans or something like that. Okay, let's do a round of stars and wishes as our final cooldown for the last 5-10 minutes of the game. I'm going to go in character keeper order this time, and I'm going to ask Harmony for their stars and their wishes. I will track the wishes. They help me to structure the game next time around.
Oh yeah, well I personally enjoyed I enjoyed
No, yeah. If we go stars across and then wishes back the other way. So just do your stars first. Sorry, I wasn't clear then. But yeah, stars, please. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, well I enjoyed Rana playing up how much she was out of her depth, or they were out of their depth. I found that very I found just Rana consistently adorable this session.
Me too. Sorry, not muted.
No problem. I just enjoyed just the sheer weirdness of Danger Beam's decision to just like transform their arms into instruments. just like deciding to just do that as like, yeah, that's how I'm gonna help out the team. Make my arms instruments. Can't pick up a fork, but I can play music.
Mm-hmm.
And just that whole like Doomatron just like being the laziest art character, like not as a character, but for the artist illustrating you. Like you're just like the sheer laziness of the artist that is illustrating Doomatron.
Yeah, whoever made it first picture thought it looked so cool that it just said, okay, I'm gonna stick with that and not change it ever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste it to all the other panels. But go ahead.
No, that was wonderful visuals. Thank you. Sorry, I cut you off then. You finished, Stephen.
Yeah, I think those were the moments that really stood out to me.
Thank you for that. Chibi, have you got any wishes? Stars even?
I think the number one in my mind is just that bit near the start where the whole team came together. And it was just like wanting Harmony to just do sound stuff at the bad guys, and then the entire team just turns it into an impromptu jam session. And it's like, fuck yeah. That was just kind of cute. Just seeing everyone sort of come together.
We trained for this.
That sort of slightly ludicrous moment.
Awesome. Thank you. Pearl, any stars?
They're similar to what everyone else has said so far. Like, just the panels of a hole in something rather than an actual action. Formerly Shadow, we don't know. Rana's
oh yeah,
sort of adorable hiding and whatnot.
They're formerly singer Shadow. Formerly singer Shadow.
The like trying to play it cool of Harmony meeting Estelle, I enjoyed. Because it's hard when you meet your heroes, even if you are a hero. And also I wanted to give a star to you, Dave, for the beings made of words and
thought.
Yes, thank you. I was like, my thoughts didn't work to form the word thought, but that's an interesting concept that I like a lot, is being made of words beings made of words.
Literally thoughts and prayers.
And
Grant Morrison does.
one star of thanks. I think it was probably Dave who did it, but that someone immediately picked up on the fact that I was envisioning Bert from Mary Poppins in becoming a one-man band. Thank you for reading my mind.
Awesome. Erez?
So yeah, my star would be Rana, who acted completely chicken shit at the beginning and then just attacked the biggest enemy. And saved us all technically. In a way. That was cool.
Yeah, cool. And I get stars again to all of you. I love the descriptions of your powers. I feel your characters come into life in my mind. But the one thing I want to pick up that hasn't been said was Harmony's continuous amount of outright lying and going, yeah, I suppose, which is just leaning into whatever is going to make life better for Harmony. I thought that was delightful. I will look to exploit it at all opportunities. So thank you for that. And we'll go back in reverse order for any wishes. So Erez, have you got any wishes for next session or ongoing?
So I wasn't clear where we stopped at the end. What was that thing that's big danger?
It wasn't necessarily a big danger. It's a location, which is I suppose a colony or a space station main in the bones of a cosmic dragon. So it's the size of a planet.
Well, I want to see it wake up.
It's dead, but we can deal with the cosmic dragon.
That's so new. That's what I want to see.
All right, we'll see what we can do. Pearl, any wishes for next time?
I would love to see all of us working together again. I also would find it very delightful, I think, if the coming together as a band became part of our team image and we, like, in our spare time, like, became a pop sensation. I think that would be hilarious, especially since one of us is a rock that would make the bass just by, like, stomping. But
can we be the Star Jammers?
We totally can. But anyway, that would so my big wishes are to work together and to, like, sort of become a band.
Awesome. TV?
I don't know. I wanted to be in a band until Pearl just said that. But no, I can't have that wish. I guess my personal wish is trying to figure out how to bring my move no powers and not nearly enough training into the game. And like maybe I should start coming up with bits of gear that I have, or whether I should be spending time into figuring out bits of gear. And also, I think I just want to find moments where I can express my mundanity, because Rana is still at the very heart a very mundane character who's been turning unmundane.
Well,
just to reassure you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm playing at the beginning of another game right now, and I'm also having trouble figuring out where exactly to use no powers and not nearly enough training. I have managed to pick something up, but like it's not particularly.
The answer to that is you act like a thief at all moments in the game and grab things, anything you think you can use as a weapon. So, for instance, if with things like the eye of the Cyclops, if that had been knocked out, or you wanted to grab it and say, "I've got it in my pocket, man," that's fine.
Yeah.
You literally grab things that you would describe as possible within the scene.
In that case, maybe when we're establishing scenes, being a bit more object focused as well as character focused when dressing the scene.
That's on all of us, yeah. But yeah, we can do that. But fundamentally, if you could take look, someone's described blah blah blah. You could have even on the bridge, you could have picked up from the body of the captain their blaster pistol, going, "That's cool. I'm going to have that for later, man."
Were there bodies on the bridge?
Enough to do well. We didn't spend too long describing it, but they definitely were. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they weren't pilots, so
the crew was dead. Steven, any wishes for you?
I mean, clearly it's to found this band, but
it's everyone's wish then.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like Harmony's wish is that like maybe like Estelle will impromptu ask her to to like play with her on stage at her next show. But that's not necessarily the like Steven narrative wish. Like I don't know, like I guess I'm kind of interested in like figuring out how this kind of built-in move of the Siam works, since I have this thing that like specifically when I seek out one of these characters, like I'm kind of curious like if like getting an opportunity to maybe like see what the characters are doing in between the action sequences, like just getting to see that a little bit, because right now we've just been in like this kind of onrush of like flying around a sun and flying around another sun and fighting some monsters. So like seeing what people are doing when they're not immediately going to die.
I agree with that, and that's sort of how I like to run Mass. I think a good big old throwdown is a good way to find the characters, get used to the moves, figure out what your characters can do. But I'd like to sort of make some space to breathe for the characters next time. We'll look at some scenes, and the next issue will not necessarily be a big old throwdown fight with a villain. Because I think there's other things to do in this sort of genre and milieu, and I'm interested in helping to paint more of the world with your characters so we can understand more about them. So if that's all cool with everyone, that's put a wish in. So I've got that noted. Okay, folks, I hope you've had fun. Your characters are weird and gonzo, and I love them because when I ran this, I was like, how's this going to turn out? Oh, great, we're playing a cosmic man playing in the bones of a space dragon. That's what the next session's about.
Yay.
It's going to be fun and different. So thank you so much for bringing your all. Are we okay with like a 7 p.m. kickoff? Because I could move that out half an hour if that's easier for people. Just let me know. So I'm feeling that I want to make sure that people can fit it into the diaries well enough. Is that
as far as I know? I don't have any more holidays anytime soon. So
okay.
What's the
same? Are we okay to kick off on the same time, which is 7 p.m. GMT? I could push it out by half an hour if we're okay. If we're okay with the same time, just checking in with players that the time isn't an ongoing concern. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Wednesday for an adventure in the bones of a cosmic dragon. What could go wrong?
Next Wednesday is fine, but the Wednesday after that, I will have to check like if we can change time or something. But for next Wednesday, it's fine.
Okay.
Because I do have another holiday in 2 weeks.
Okay. Let us know ASAP.
Cool. All right. We'll speak to you. We'll speak to you soon, then, folks. We'll figure that out at the end of the next session to make sure we know when we're starting or stopping. Speak to you soon.
Take care, all.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Night.